Camera rolling in 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi, I'm Robert Thiemann. I'm the founder and director of Frame. Welcome to the Frame Award Show. In the next hour, we'll reveal the winners of the 33 categories of the Frame Awards 2021. We'll show what the comments are of the jury on the winning studios and projects, and we'll share the response of the winners of the Lifetime Achievement Awards when I interviewed them. It's been a year like no other. Only days after the award ceremony of the Frame Awards 2020, the world came to a virtual standstill. Offices, museums, airports, hotels, restaurants, they all had to shut down or continue operating under severe restrictions. Overnight, inclusivity became a global issue. Sustainability transformed into a top priority for many. And while all this was happening, we simply kept working from home and stayed in touch with each other with the help of Slack, Zoom, and Teams. We decided to drastically change the format of the Frame Awards. We went totally digital, publishing submissions on a daily basis. We installed a new 15 people strong jury panel each month. We wanted this jury to be as diverse as possible to promote inclusivity within the industry. We invited interior design professionals from all sectors, continents, genders, ages, skin tones, and more in a bid to become a truly inclusive awards program and to offer a broader perspective on spatial design. We added sustainability to our evaluation criteria, and we enabled the jury to vote and comment on each and every project to offer full transparency about the inner workings of the awards program. Last but not least, we decided to create more engagement by awarding Interiors of the Month. And it was a success. We received more than 1,600 entries from 55 countries, and we welcomed 180 jury members to judge them. Today, we'll share the results of their work by revealing the winners in 33 categories in the next hour. But I'm not going to do this alone. We invited one of our jury members to join me and to share her experiences. Welcome, Golnar Roshan.
Hello, Robert.
Happy to have you here in person.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Please introduce yourself.
So I'm Golnar Roshan. I'm co-founder of design studio Rive Roshan. We focus on the field between art and design, and the reason space is important to us is that we believe it influences our well-being, and it also influences the way that we perceive the world around us.
Why did you decide to become a jury member?
I think Frame is a pioneering publication, and it's always focusing on the future of space and pushing the boundaries of what space can be. I also find it important to influence the positivity in certain projects and help develop the design field in that way, in a small way.
Thank you. Great. Let's do this together. Let's have a look at the categories. We're making a distinction between spatial, executional, and honorary awards.
And each of these have several subcategories judged through the lens of innovation, functionality, creativity, and sustainability.
We'll start with the retail category of the spatial awards. And the first subcategory is single brand store.
So here are the shortlisted projects.
Camper Store Malaga by Oficina Penades in Malaga, Spain. Apple Aventura by Foster & Partners in Aventura, US. Freitag Store Amsterdam by Freitag Lab in Amsterdam, the Netherlands. Tea House New Balance by Joe Nagasaka Schemata Architects and On Design Partners in Tokyo, Japan. And Exit Here, Transit Studio, London, the UK. And the winner is the Camper Store Malaga by Oficina Penades in Malaga, Spain.
Congratulations! That was the first of the 33 winners.
Let's listen to what the jury has to say about the winning project.
The Camper Store in Malaga really does demonstrate how you can push everyday materials to be a thing of beauty, highly flexible, and has a level of future fitness. And of course, with that, I would say the sense of brand ethos and presence is highly visible in every move.
So Robert, what do the winners actually get?
Well, they get this trophy and a certificate. This trophy is made from PET bottles, so it's actually made from waste. This is how the circular economy should work. Waste should be transformed into trophies. Let's have a look at how it's made by the Better Future factory in Rotterdam.
The process of creating this started off with Frame coming to us with a design of a trophy. So we looked at the design and we found out that the 3D printing from recycled plastics was the best way to produce these awards. My name is Bart Blijerveld and I'm one of the co-founders of Better Future Factory. So we as Better Future Factory work on projects that are always related to plastic recycling. The Frame ethos about sustainability and holistic design is really something that fits Better Future Factory. Sustainability is like in our DNA. That's what we work for all day. For this trophy, we used a material that's made from PET bottles. It's a PET material. That's a kind of plastic. And what we do actually, we have these bottles, we shred them, we melt it into a sort of plastic wire. And this little plastic wire, which is called 3D printing filament, we feed it into a 3D printer. The method that we use, it uses little layers, melting a little layer on top of each other. So we really had to find a way that we could still get close to the initial design of Frame, but at the same time have it printable, 3D printable, so to say.
Now let's move on to the multi-brand store. Shortlisted are TFD Hong Kong by Leaping Creative, Hong Kong, China. XYTS by WGNB, Seoul, South Korea. Link & Co. Amsterdam Club by Space Projects and Link & Co. Amsterdam, the Netherlands. Tegut Theo by Design for Human Nature, Fuldman, Germany. And Alchemy by Studio Paolo Ferrari, Toronto, Canada. And the winner is Tegut Theo by Design for Human Nature. Congratulations.
To get Teo as the winning project really delivered on the strapline of the project in being designed for human nature. I think as a project, it really attempts to re-establish community and creates a great meeting place, as well as becoming highly democratized in its approach to the use of technology and balancing contemporary service and digital experience with a really modular design approach. So well done.
The next category is pop-up stores. Shortlisted are Dress Code Concept Flower Shop by FOG Architecture in Beijing, China. Pop-up experience and store scenography for Bottega Veneta by Random Studio, Seoul, South Korea. Cup of Ceremony San Francisco by Studio Riebenbauer, San Francisco, US. Hermès Temporary by Park Associati in Milan, Italy. Hermès Pop-Up Store by Elisa Ossino Studio in Rome, Italy. And the winner is the pop-up experience for Bottega Veneta by Random Studio. Congratulations!
For me, the winning project separated the user experience from the display of the product, and that's something that's only possible within a pop-up experience, and that's why I think it deserves to be the winner.
And the last subcategory for retail is Window Display of the Year. Shortlisted are Retree by Hakuten in Tokyo, Japan. Ura Landscape by Ya Studio, Donastia San Sebastian, Spain. Balance by We Plus, Tokyo, Japan. I Am a Plastic Bag by Anya Heinmarsh and Studio Zag, London, the UK. And Flutter by We Plus, Tokyo, Japan. And the winner is Ura Landscape by Ya Studio. Congratulations.
Design of this window works because of the use of color that is so powerful. I cannot imagine not stopping by that window. So in that sense, I think they won. It works.
That was the last category of the retail category of the Spatial Awards. We'll move on to hospitality. The first subcategory of the hospitality industry is dedicated to bars. The nominees are Gusto 501 by Partisans in Toronto, Canada. Arabica Coffee, West Jiangyo Road, Shanghai, by Blue Architecture Studio in Shanghai, China. Mother Pearl, by A Work of Substance in Hong Kong, China. Hill Country Wine Cave, by Clayton Corte in Wimberley, US. Slit, by Artifact in Seoul, Korea. And the winner is Mother Pearl, by A Work of Substance. Congratulations!
Joyful little architectural gem in a bustling street. It's clever use of space and materials.
The next subcategory is restaurants, and nominated are Voisin Organique by Various Associates, Shenzhen, China. Alchemist Copenhagen by Studio Dunkhoff, Copenhagen, Denmark. Yulji Darak by Limtahi Design Studio, Seoul, South Korea. Spice and Barley by Enter Projects Asia, Bangkok, Thailand. And Nomado Chiado by Spacegram Studios, Lisbon, Portugal. And the restaurant of the year is Voisin Organique by Various Associates. Congratulations!
The main thing is the simplicity of the palette. They only use 2 items, it seems. It's light and it's more concrete-like material, and that's about it. That's all they use, and I think that's great. It's like the black square of Malevich, the artist. You get sucked into it and you never want to get out again.
The next subcategory is dedicated to hotels. Shortlisted are Capsule Hostel and Bookstore King Long Wu by Atelier Tao & C, Hangzhou, China. B&A Wall Nihonbashi, Tokyo by B&A Creative Collective in Tokyo, Japan. The Boutique Hotel by Atelier Ride Hub, Hangzhou, China. W Hotel Ibiza by Baranowitz and Cronenberg, Ibiza, Spain. Hishiya by Fumihiko Sano Studio in Kyoto, Japan. And the winner is the Capsule Hostel and Bookstore King Long Wu by Atelier Tao & C. Congratulations!
Its power lies in the fact that it's quite transformative for the user. They'll go there and be moved and transported to another time and place. So I think that's really important. It's also got the wow factor, which I mentioned previously. So it's very, innovative in that sense. It also, its sustainability credentials are quite obvious because of the use of the old building that used to be there, and also it's the fact that it's a classic design that will last beyond its time.
And the next subcategory is entertainment venue. Nominated are Meilan Music Studio by Domani Architectural Concepts, Guangzhou, China. Felix Meritus by I-29, Amsterdam, the Netherlands. Changjiang Insun Cinema, Xi'an La Botanica Capitalan Mall by OnePlus Partnership. Shenzhen Meiland Club by X Living, Shenzhen, China. Lung Swim Club by X Plus Living, Shunzhou, China. And the winner is Felix Meritus by I-29. Congratulations!
Again, I-29, they always win.
Felix Meritus is a really exciting project because not only is it reusing existing spaces, but it's also reimagining them in a way that they feel contemporary and of the moment. But you can also imagine still using that space in that way in many years to come, which in itself really adds to it being not just an exciting, but also a sustainable project.
We're moving on to the next subcategory, and that's for health clubs. Shortlisted are Vikasa Yoga by Enter Projects Asia in Bangkok, Thailand. Tanning in the City by Studio Fragment, Seoul, South Korea. Fusion Fitness Qplex Premium Club by Pone Architecture, Shenzhen, China. Mingjie Water Spiritual Realm Health Club, Mogao Design in Guiyang, China. Vessel Floats by Arnold Studio in New York, USA. And the winner is Vikasa Yoga by Enter Projects Asia. Congratulations.
Vikasa Yoga is a wonderful design project. The nature of the design forms from the street level to the actual interior spaces invites the user to explore and feel safe. This is a design that will make me want to discover more, and being in a busy central business district of Bangkok, you want this peace and quiet from the hustle and bustle. Moreover, the combination of 3D technology with local materials makes this even more profound and unique with its biophilic forms.
That was the end of the hospitality category. Next up is work, and the first subcategory is co-working space. Nominated are Het Vakwerkhuis by Vakwerk Architecten in Delft, the Netherlands. Douglas House by Note Design Studio, London, the United Kingdom. Fosbury and Sons Albert by Going East, Brussels, Belgium. Spielfeld by LXSY Architekten in Berlin, Germany. And Werkspoor Factory by Zek Architekten, Utrecht, the Netherlands. And the winner is...
Now, I can do this one, Donna. Okay. The winner is Het Vakwerkhuis by Vakwerk Architecten. Gefeliciteerd. Congratulations.
A very inclusive project with added relevance for society's needs today. New design fused with conservation of existing fabric seamlessly.
The next subcategory of the work category is small offices. And the nominees are HKPI Headquarter Office by Design Systems in Hong Kong, China. Spitfire Audio Offices by Studio Tilt in London, the UK. Collective Spaces Van Cleven Arpels Offices, Paris. Constance Risset Studio in Paris, France. Our Urban Design Office by Our Urban Design Office in Tokyo, Japan. Maruhiru Office Nagasaki by DDAA, Nagasaki, Japan. The Small Office of the Year is Our Urban Office by the Namesake Design Studio. Congratulations.
So for urban design, I thought that the office was really well spatially planned. The flexibility of the space, the presentation area, the lecture area, the discussion space and the sliding doors really work for a creative space. And I thought the materials were really well chosen for the use, and it feels like you want to work there and that you want to kind of play around and be creative within that space. So I think it's really successful from that point of view.
The next subcategory is large office, and shortlisted are Powerhouse Telemark by Snorhetta, Porsgrunn, Norway. The Campus by Kokuyo in Tokyo, Japan. Nike Icon Studios LA by Loha Loken O'Hurley Architects LA, US. Breuninger Sachs by Studio Alexander Fehre, Sachsenheim, Germany. Atelier by Studio Anton Hendrik Denis and Steen Architekten, Leuven, Belgium. And the winner of the large office is The Campus by Kokuyo. Congratulations.
All right. The campus is a fantastic example of building regeneration. It exemplifies sustainability through this adaptive transformation of an existing building. I really like the use of natural materials and natural tones, the use of biophilia, which really complements the earthy color palette. I also think there's a great connection between the interior and the exterior. And what I really love is the central courtyard, which almost brings everyone together in this kind of large community and gathering space.
So that was the work category. Let's have a look at the next one, which is dedicated to institutions. The first subcategory is learning space. The nominees are David Brownlow Theatre by Jonathan Tuckey Design in Newton, UK. Hans Rosling Centre for Population Health by the Miller Hull Partnership in Seattle, US. Architectural Library Chulalongkorn University by Department of Architecture in Bangkok, Thailand. Tainan Public Library by Meccano in Tainan City, Taiwan. The Student Hotel Delft by The Invisible Party in Delft, the Netherlands. And the winner is the Architectural Library of Chulalongkorn University by Department of Architecture. Congratulations.
For its contemporary interpretation of space and new functionality that reflects a new learning environment.
And Healthcare Centre is the next subcategory. And nominated are Maggie's Leeds by Heatherwick Studio, Leeds, the UK. Hospital Nova Central Finland by JKMM Architects, Jyväskylä, Finland. ATOP Beauty Clinic by Team 55667788, Seoul, South Korea. Wolan Dentistry by Pures, Wuhan, China. Dental Clinic A Brave New World by S. Oterico in Sydney, Australia. And the winner is Maggie's Leeds by Heatherwick Studio. Congratulations.
I think Maggie's Leeds in Leeds, designed by Heatherwick Studio, is an exceptional project because it was an excellent response to a difficult site, an inclined site, and the project is a spatially rich project that also brings in green materiality and really creates a space of well-being and healing. And I think Maggie's, together with Heatherwick Studio, has created a new global reference for what buildings that heal need to be.
The next subcategory is governmental interior. Nominated are Zhangyan Cultural Museum by Horizontal Design in Shanghai, China. Bund Post Office Ningbo by Yatofu Creatives in Ningbo, China. Crematorium Sisegem by Kaan Architects, Aalst, Belgium. The Amsterdam Courthouse by Kaan Architects in Amsterdam, the Netherlands. And the Bicycle Park and Garage The Hague by Silo, The Hague, the Netherlands. And the winner is the Bund Post Office Ningbo by Yatofu Creatives. Congratulations.
I really appreciate the post office as it's bringing people back into a governmental institutional project, and it makes it in a really fun, elegant, playful way.
The next subcategory is cultural space, and nominated are Kirkkonummi Library Theory by JKMM Architects, Kirkkonummi, Finland. KM-SKA Royal Museum of Fine Arts, Antwerp by Kaan Architecten, Antwerp, Belgium. Migration by La Bande à Paul, Montreal, Canada. Forum Groningen by NL Architects with de Munich de Jong Steinhauser. Groningen, the Netherlands. Social Harmony by Nosigner, Yokohama, Japan. And the winner is Forum Groningen by, and sorry, I have to read this one, NL Architects with de Munich de Jong Steinhauser. Congratulations.
From my point of view, it's a modern building and it shows it. And on the inside, it also shows different cultural fields that they are housing under one roof. And this is, for me, very, very well done.
The next spatial category is for living, and that's a really big one. The first subcategory is dedicated to small apartments. Nominated are A Better Place 401 by Useful Workshop in Seoul, South Korea. Space 5.7 by Studio Z, Hong Kong, China. Rattan in Concrete Jungle by Absence from Island in Hong Kong, China. Las Cuadras Retreat Home by Estudio G Arquitectos in Alicante, Spain. Black Gems by Bureau Vrij, Amsterdam, the Netherlands. The small apartment of the year is Space 5.7 by Studio Z. Congratulations.
I would say Space 5.7, it's just taken on a really honorable task to study and improve really poor conditions. And it really shows in terms of functionality what you can do with space. It's just a project that really embodies how design and architecture and just shaping of space can really impact someone's life, and just in general how a space feels can really change what someone's life is like, especially in somewhere so small.
The next subcategory is large apartment. Shortlisted are SCH52 Loft by Batik Architekten, Berlin, Germany. The Gymnasium by Robert de Goede, Amsterdam, the Netherlands. Reflections of the Past, an Amsterdam Loft by Firm Architects, Amsterdam, the Netherlands. High-Rise Apartment by CLK Architects in Moscow, Russia. And Penthouse Prinsengracht, Amsterdam by Tom Postma Design in Amsterdam, the Netherlands. And the winner is The Gymnasium by Robert de Goede. Congratulations.
So I think the gymnasium is a really impressive design. It considers the modulation of interior spaces very well. So I think it's very well rounded, but I'm particularly enjoy and impressed with the thought to the future and the potential transformation of this building over time, how they've left the door open for it to respond to the needs of its occupants. And I think that's really something that every good architectural project will integrate from the design stages.
And we're moving onwards to the houses subcategory. Shortlisted are Kishe Courtyard by Arch Studio in Beijing, China. House T by Suppose Design Office in Tokyo, Japan. High Desert Retreat by Aitlin Darling Design, Palm Desert, US. Villa Mandra by K Studio, Mykonos in Greece. Edgar's Creek House by Breathe Architecture, Melbourne, Australia. The Devon Passive House by McLean Quinlan in Devon, the UK. And the winner is Kishe Courtyard by Arch Studio. Congratulations.
Not so much as a house, but as an object in terms of a design example. Again, it's like this organism was attached, kind of future past intentions, where you have this kind of liquid surface tension of glass that is undulating and bubbling and swooping around with the roof in this very kind of fixed stone pitched roof enclosure.
Co-living complex is the next subcategory, and nominated are Arcadia by Breathe Architecture, DKO, and Oculus in Sydney, Australia. Stay Cook-Burn by Joy Design Innenarchitekten, A.D. Jung and Partner, Bern, Switzerland. G-Well Home Social Residence by Jun-Go Choi Studio, Seoul, South Korea. The Dime by Fogarty Finger, New York, the US. And Plant House by Büro für Bauform, Nuremberg, Germany. And the winner is Arcadia by Breathe Architecture, DKO, and Oculus. Congratulations.
What Elena was saying, I think it is a really, inspiring gesture towards creating more dynamic, communal, or co-living housing. So the fact that you're taking 4 buildings, different demographics, and bringing them all together, you create sort of a community within a community and provide opportunities for gardening, for meeting, for sort of interactions within the space. And I think they've used the materials really well to create a very rich and inspiring physical space.
Next up is Show Flat. Nominated are First House Hangar in Murcia, Spain. Embrace Connect Purify by Bien Bureau, Hong Kong, China. Centrepoint Residences by Maury Smith, London, UK. Geometrical Lofts by Ignacio Hornillos in Murcia, Spain. An Exploration Show Flat by Design Apartments, Beijing, China. And the winner is First House by Hangar. Congratulations.
I really love this project. It's simple, relatable, and adaptable. So even though it's a project right in the show flat category, but I can see this project is designed for one particular client, but I also can see it's designed for anyone. It just has everything everyone wants in their life. So that's why I love this project.
The next subcategory is kitchen. Nominated are Plate Kitchen by David Thilstrup, Cologne, Germany. CRCS Kitchen by Plutarco in Madrid, Spain. Gentleman's Kitchen by Strategy and Space, Berlin, Germany. Rainforest Kitchen Dubai by Gunal Agazada in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Loft for an Artist by Studio Carhartt, Berlin, Germany. And the winner is CRTS Kitchen by Plutarco. Congratulations!
The kitchen is evolving into a new role, no matter how big or small. It needs to cater for future adaptations of different uses, and I think this project has done that.
Reached the end of the living category. Last subcategory here is dedicated to bathrooms. Shortlisted are Kuwamizu Bathhouse by W Atelier in Kumamoto, Japan. Bathroom Landscape Villa by Studio Piet Boon, the Netherlands. Villa Bogenhausen by Arnold Werner Architekten in Munich, Germany. Luma by Conrad & Partners in London, the UK. Loft for an Artist by Studio Carhartt, Berlin, Germany. And the winner is Kuwamizu Bathhouse by W Atelier. Congratulations!
I think it's a clever and surprising design approach to create a unique bathing experience by exhibiting art objects and its architectural context. And of course, choosing materials based on their local sourceability and ease of assembly, and the environmental impact is also a big plus.
The last spatial category is shows, and the first subcategory is trade stands. Nominated are Pavilion S by Roy Design and Research, Shanghai, China. Delivered by the Art Design Group in Düsseldorf, Germany. Shared Spaces by Kemmler in Düsseldorf, Germany. Zachary Pullman times the House of Contemporaries by Zachary Pullman Design Studio, London, the UK. Alvik Blue Moon Lounge Bar by Hector Ruiz Velasquez in Madrid, Spain. And the winner is Pavilion S by Roy Design and Research. Congratulations!
So for me, Pavilion S is the best design in its category for its holistic, sustainable concept and for its one gesture, nice design.
We're moving on to exhibitions. Shortlisted are UABB Longgang Exhibition Hall, Atelier 11 in Shenzhen, China. Migration, La Banda Pole, Montreal, Canada. Blink, The End is in Sight, Met Studio by Parker Langham, Jason Bruges Studio in London, the UK. Beethoven Moves exhibition by Tom Postma Design, Vienna, Austria. The Porcelain Room, Chinese export porcelain exhibition, Milan, by Tom Postma Design, Milan, Italy. And the winner is UABB Longgang Exhibition Hall by Atelier 11. Congratulations!
The UABP project is a visually striking intervention in a derelict old factory, and it's telling the story of this place. And it's using light as a metaphor to illustrate how time and our perception of space and culture are linked to each other. And I find that very, very interesting and engaging.
And the last subcategory of shows is set design. Nominated are Bach is Heart Sutra by Zuni Icosahedron in Hong Kong, China. Billie Eilish, Where Do We Go? The live stream by Moment Factory, LA, US. The Drowned World Anchor by Ultra Studio in Tokyo, Japan. Mercedes-Benz EQS and Tom van der Borgt by Elle Anschutz Bern und Decoration, Berlin, Germany. Pocas by Zula Matias in Sao Paulo, Brazil. And the winner is The Drowned World Anchor by Ultra Studio. Congratulations.
This submission is the most successful because it achieves the expectation of what a good exhibit does. It presents a tension between elements that are familiar, that draw you in, but then creates a dialogue or a juxtaposition with an unfamiliar element, and that invokes a curiosity that suggests lingering, learning more, or visually staying with this to understand what that juxtaposition is about. So to me, it is the most compelling of this group of entries.
That was the last subcategory of shows. And actually it was the last category within the Spatial Awards. That was a really big chunk, wasn't it? But you're really getting into it, I have the idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to see that there's winners from all over the world.
And a lot with a Dutch name, unfortunately.
Yeah, and some that I can't pronounce very well.
Yeah, Chinese is difficult as well, but really happy that there's this great variety of winners. That's exactly what we wanted to achieve with this award.
Yeah.
Great work, guys. Let's move to the next main category, and that's for the executional awards. First category in there is dedicated to material use. Nominated are Modo Movimiento by Lucas Munoz in Madrid, Spain. Neue Haus Longhouse by BVN in New York, the US. Temporary site of the Shengli Market by Luo Studio in Puyang, China. Arcadia by Breathe Architecture, DKO and Oculus in Sydney, Australia. Gusto 501 by Partisans, Toronto, Canada. And the winner is Modo Movimiento by Lucas Munoz. Congratulations.
Movimiento is the winner because they have expressed and executed a very mindful and sharp use of material and resources down to its last detail. I think it's also quite a holistic perspective on sustainability from the point of ideation to execution, resulting in an uncompromising outcome.
We're looking at the best use of light for the next subcategory, and shortlisted are Rooftop Orchestra by Hakuten Corporation, Tokyo, Japan. UABB Longgang Exhibition Hall by Atelier 11, Shenzhen, China. Bicycle Parking Garage The Hague by Silo in The Hague, the Netherlands. House in Ramat HaSharon by Levin Packer Architects, Ramat HaSharon, Israel. And MO by Studio Mute in Seoul, South Korea. And the winner for Best Use of Light is Rooftop Orchestra by Hakuten. Congratulations.
Yeah, well done. I love the idea that the power is put into the hands of the visitors. And yeah, I do agree that it could be viewed as a bit of a frivolous activity, I suppose. I think it will, like many people will leave that with a positive, lasting memory of the experience. And some might come away with that, different perspectives on light, yeah, I think it's successful.
The last subcategory of executional awards is for color. Nominated are Euro Landscape by JA Studio, Donostia San Sebastian in Spain. Stereoscope Coffee by Wick Architecture and Design and Land Design Studio in Newport Beach. Hotel Unplugged by The Visible Party in Rotterdam, the Netherlands. XYTS by WGNB in Seoul, South Korea. Box by Posty in Fyra, Helsinki, Finland. The best use of color is for Euro Landscape by JA Studio. Congratulations.
Restricted palettes that this project uses is fantastic because they've worked on a very small palette that highlights the new product launch and really draws attention from the outside world into this new product launch.
So the next category is the honorary category.
And that is a bit different than the other categories. The other categories were for projects, whereas the honorary awards are going to people, to studios.
So the first subcategory is Emerging Designer. And nominated are Space Popular, London, the United Kingdom. Crosby Studios, Moscow, Russia. Sophie Dries Architect, Paris, France. Republic Design, Taipei, Taiwan. And Youth, Manchester, the United Kingdom. And the winner is Space Popular. Congratulations.
If it was for me, I would say that Space Popular deserves to be a winner. I think they're intelligent in their designs and provocative at the same time. I really appreciate their play between the digital and the physical. And I love to be carried away in their meaningful dialogues. For me, that's why they really stood out.
Well, you were actually in this jury panel. How did that work?
Yeah, it was very interesting actually, because we did it via Zoom and there were 5 different designers from all over the world with different backgrounds, different time zones. We just came together to align how we were going to judge this category. Yeah, the overpowering theme that we were looking for is a studio that's pushing the boundaries and looking at the future of design. So I think that was the main determining factor of the winner.
Great. Well, let's move on to the next subcategory, and that is looking at designers. Nominated are Elena Salmistraro Design Studio in Milan, Italy. Various Associates in Shenzhen, China. Schemata Architects in Tokyo, Japan. Pig Design in Hangzhou, China. Golucci Interior Architects in Beijing, China. OMA AMO in Rotterdam, the Netherlands. The Designer of the Year is a studio, actually 2 studios. It's OMA AMO. Congratulations, guys.
So congratulations to OMA and AMO. I really like seeing the variation of work from the architects relating to the diversity in design and also showing the difference in needs from the client. I think that project is groundbreaking. And I think that this area of architecture could be explored in so many ways now into the future. Exciting new spaces to design as we all get used to having to travel and looking at exhibitions or spaces in a virtual way. And I think that this is super inclusive and really exciting.
And the next category is the Client of the Year. And shortlisted are Ha Mei, Beijing, China. Shanghai Fengyuzhu Culture Technology, Shanghai, China. Off-White, Milan, Italy. Jeans, Tokyo, Japan. Arabica, Japan. And the winner is Shanghai Fengyuzhu Culture Technology. Congratulations.
So the Shanghai Fengyuzhu Culture Technology shows us how commercial companies could also be the patrons and initiators of cultural projects, and not only could, but maybe should. This is maybe the reason we are giving them this prize.
The last award is the most iconic. It's the Lifetime Achievement Award. This award goes to a person who has been truly inspirational for their peers and has pushing the boundaries of spatial design throughout their career. In 2021, this accolade is going to two persons who set up their studio in Shanghai in 2006 and delivered their first project, a yoga studio, on a shoestring budget. They appeared on Frame's radar in 2007 when they were shortlisted for Interior Design Firm of the Year. Since then, they've been consistently building an international cross-sector portfolio of great quality, showing a deep understanding of context, history, and contemporary culture. Whether they design furniture, interiors, or buildings, their work is always user-centric, layered, and open to multiple interpretations. Since the two winners are only in the midst of their career, we like to award them to encourage them to continue to grow and go further on their journey to redefine spatial paradigms. The Lifetime Achievement Award 2021 goes to Lyndon Neri and Rosanna Hu in Shanghai. Congratulations! A couple days ago, I had the honor to speak to them, to interview them via Zoom, and this is what they had to say about winning the award.
Rosanna, do you want me to go first?
You can always go first.
No, you go first, you go first.
No, you go.
On behalf of the practice, on behalf of Rosanna and myself, obviously, we would like to thank you. I think Frame has always been, in many ways, a pillar of what we deem as an institution that has not just credibility, but within sort of the design world, create a barometer for architects, designers, interior designers, and product designers like us to be able to see how we have fared along our global colleague.
Yeah, and I don't know if Lyndon remembers. In fact, Frame is the first international design media where we were published, the very first.
We don't take this lightly, so we are extremely grateful.
So it's so, for me, it's almost like coming full circle, you know, like the very first project that got the first exposure was Frame, and this is the first Lifetime Achievement Award. And you're right, I was thinking, wait, you know, I'm not that old, but it's definitely an honor. It's a huge honor for us, so thank you.
So we've reached the end of the Frame Awards Show 2021.
But that doesn't mean that the Frame Awards have come to an end. Meanwhile, we already started the 2022 awards, and you can submit. We have already awarded the first Interior of the Month. Why don't you win the next Interior of the Month or an Interior of the Year award? Or why don't you become part of a jury panel? Just like Golna. Golna, it was a pleasure to have you here as a co-host.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
I think you did a great job. With all the Dutch and the Chinese names, you made an excellent appearance here.
I hope so.
Now let's have a drink.
Yes.
To all the winners.
Cheers.
Cheers. See you hopefully next year.